Tom, I think mom and pop stores and bricks and mortar are here for a good long time. We're a gregarious species, and we like to go outside and mingle with other folks. That's going to continue, but e-commerce is also going to be a big deal, and we're going to keep working to improve things and make that experience even better for customers.
There are an awful lot of people who think that there will be a big shakeout in your industry in the coming year in the internet retailing business. Is that a concern of yours?
It's not a concern, but I do think it's likely. You know, there are going to be thousands of winners, and I think people recognize that, but there are also going to be thousands of failures. That's always the case when great experiments are done in e-commerce. Every possible business model, every possible kind of thing that can be tried is being tried, and so you will see a shakeout.
And Stephen Ambrose, we're looking forward to something in the 21st century. You and I and a lot of other people are. On 2004, we're going to be celebrating something that you've written quite eloquently about.
Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, and going out to California and to the Pacific Coast and making the West Coast a part of the United States so that we had a democracy that stretched from sea to shining sea.
And if you had to make your choice for the man of the century, would it have been Albert Einstein, Stephen?
No, my own choice would have been the citizen soldier of the United States Army. That means the sailors and the airmen and the Coast Guard and the Marines as well. The men who went out and stopped the Kaiser, and then they went out and stopped Hitler and Tojo and Mussolini, and then they stopped Kim Il-sung, and then they stopped Stalin and his successors, and they've gone into Kosovo, and it is to the men of the American military that right now a great part of the world owes its freedom, and pretty soon it's going to be in China as well, and it's going to be the whole world. And I don't think there's any question that the citizen soldier, the greatest generation ever, was the man of the century.
Stephen Ambrose, thank you very much. And Jeff Bezos, I'm just going to repeat as we go to a station break your line to me last summer when I asked him if he could spell profit. He said yes, P-R-O-P-H-E-T. We'll be back after the station
Thank
break.
you, Tom. Happy New Year.
Same to you. Same to you, Stephen.
Start the new year with the world's hottest golfer, Tiger Woods, as he faces Duvall, Love, and more. The Williams World Challenge live New Year's Day on NBC.
Dateline Sunday, the dating game. Sell by, use by, expires on. What do these really mean? How long can you use certain products after their date? An all-new Dateline Sunday. When you're ready for a change, check out the 2000 Intrigue by Oldsmobile. Right now, you can lease the Intrigue GX for as low as $279 a month and get great offers on every other Oldsmobile. At your local Oldsmobile dealer. Start something.
Throughout the 1900s, Ford has made automotive history countless times. As we move to the next century, we're doing it again. Presenting 20th Century Celebration from your local Ford store. Save big on Explorer. Now get up to $1,500 cash back on 2,000 Explorers in stock. Or lease a two-door Explorer Sport 4x4 only $289 a month for 24 months with automatic and sport package. Deals this good come around once a century. So visit your local Ford store today. When Century Celebration ends, it's history.
Presenting the new Italian Originals Pizza Trio from Domino's. Tender prosciutto, Italian sausage, tender prosciutto, spicy pepperoni. New Pizza Trio, $10.99, $10.99, $10.99.
New Domino's Italian Originals Pizza Trio. Prosciutto ham, Italian sausage, and spicy pepperoni. So much amore delivered hot for only $10.99.
Individually, they are standouts in their respective classes. Collectively, they paint a portrait of daring and innovation. Traits that lead to an SUV called Dodge Durango. Right now, this low lease puts you in a four-wheel drive sport utility that's perfectly positioned between the toys and the tanks. If you're ready to move in a different direction, get to the Dodge year-end event today.
WKYC Channel 3, your Millennium station.
It's now 10 o'clock in the east. That means we're just 2 hours away from the dropping of that Waterford crystal ball. Don't worry, It won't go all the way to the pavement and shatter. They do have it under control, but when it drops down that pole, 42nd Street, that will signal the beginning of a new millennium here in the United States. Around the world, about 60% of it is already celebrated New Year's Eve, so people are already waking up with their hangovers. This crowd here in New York City hasn't even had a chance to take a drink because it's an alcohol-free zone tonight. There are, we think, about 2 million people down there in the heart of the Big Apple. They stretch all the way from 60th Street South to well below 42nd Street on two sides. Many of them will never have a chance to see anything except the person standing directly in front of them if they felt they had to be here for this party tonight, and they're having a wonderful time. Many of them have borrowed their headdresses from Katie Couric's hairdresser, and they're wearing them right now. Katie?
Very funny, Tom. Thank you very much. You know, Tom, for the past 4 years, a hero has been selected here in New York to be the person who pushes the button that makes the ball drop. And this year's hero is Dr. Marianne Hopkins. She has donated her services across the globe as a member of an organization called Doctors Without Borders.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So nice to see you. When you heard you got this honor, what was your reaction? You must have been
I
thrilled.
thought they were joking. And then when it set in, when reality set in, yeah, I was thrilled. Absolutely ecstatic to take part in this celebration.
Have you had fun here so far?
Very, very much fun. I just love the puppets and the dancing. It's just beautiful.
And I know your family's with you too.
Yes.
Your parents and your husband.
And my husband. And my husband's family in California, they're with us by TV.
Oh, that's great. Well, give me an idea of what kind of things you've done as a member of this organization.
I've been to Sri Lanka and to Burundi. I'm a surgeon, and I've done predominantly trauma surgery in these war-torn countries. So I've done a lot of trauma. And in fact, in Sri Lanka, I was the only surgeon for 500,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is an extremely important organization because many of these individuals would not get medical care at all if it weren't for you. How many doctors are involved in this?
There are about 2,000 a year and 100 from the United States.
Wow.
That go worldwide. But you're right. I mean, we really reach out to anyone that has a need and try and give them health care or essential medicines that they might not otherwise get.
Now let's get down to business. Are you nervous?
No, not yet. I'm excited.
I mean, have
very,
you had a dress
excited.
rehearsal? Have they told you what to do, or is it kind of a no-brainer? I guess if you...
A lot of people across the country are always a little nervous about coming to New York. This is testimony to what a great city it is and what a good time you can have here. We want to remind all of you that we'll have continuing coverage. In just a few moments, you're going to be seeing your local news, or you'll be seeing a special edition of Dateline tonight. Then at 11:35 tonight, Jay Leno will be coming back from his Burbank studios with his special end of the century, beginning of the millennium monologue. Then at 11:50, Katie and I will be coming back to count down the final 10 minutes here in New York, in Times Square, the dropping of that ball, which will be the signal that the millennium has arrived in the Eastern time zone. There will also be celebrations we'll be showing you in Miami, in Boston as well, and then we'll be working our way across the country. We'll be going to Chicago, and we'll be staying on the air until we complete New Year's Eve in the Pacific time zone tonight as well. So let's go back down to Times Square now and show you once again the people who are assembled. That's where we're standing. Coca-Cola just above us, and by the way, at the turn of the century, that was the first time that Coca-Cola was bottled. Before that, it came out in fountains. You can only wonder what it's going to be like 100 years from now, looking down on this scene, but for now, we'll anticipate the next 1 hour. We'll see you in about 45 minutes, everyone.
Live from Cleveland's Public Square, Channel 3 presents the first Energy Millennium of Light, Cleveland 2000. Your hosts for Cleveland's biggest New Year's celebration ever are Channel 3 news anchors Tim White and Ramona Robinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, forget about New York City. You're looking at a live picture of downtown Cleveland.
That's right, Tim. It's a new city with a new image, getting ready to begin a new millennium.
And what a way to start that new millennium. We're here live at Public Square, your official station of the new millennium, Channel 3, right here. Biggest party this city's ever seen.
Also, the biggest outdoor New Year's Eve concert celebration in North America.
Well, the millennium has already arrived in some places, so they say. Yeah, and
the Isley Brothers are on the stage.
Oh, yeah.